Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. I don't need to put anything else over here. All I've got left that I want to do is manually drop one mining drill there and one mining drill there so that I've covered every single little part of this network. So that one can go because I don't need that bit covered. Then that one needs to stay. That one could in theory go, but that's not going to benefit me with getting a Roboport down. They can be removed. That one can go. Yeah, and I've got this little patch right under here. That's 5,000 under there and 5,000 under there. So that, I can't like stuff a Roboport up into that corner because it's just in the wrong places on all of these. We can go here, I can get rid of them. That one could in theory go, I think. These would cover it, but yeah, that's not going to benefit. This will. That might actually be of benefit by removing those. I don't know if the Roboport would get in far enough to be able to cover what I want it to cover. Let's take those out. And actually, those as well. Like that. Right. Map mode. So, I've got those two bits in there. That's the biggest problem, is that in there. And I need to get a Roboport down that will cover it. I've got nothing out here. That's so far away down there, that's not going to do it. So, this here, right next to where I am, that's my best bet for it. Power on there. And that's not anywhere close to being close enough. So I may as well lift you up. That's not beneficial. So where have I got to go and what? More importantly, do I need to? Right, do I actually need to get in there, or is it going to be in between these chests? Am I going to be... maybe I could, like, put a belt, and I can figure something out with that. I might just be able to make it work so that I don't need to go and put anything extra in there. Kind of hoping that would be the case, because that would make it a lot cooler if I could do that. 17 and 14 on there. Yeah, that they can stay. They're fine. It's this. If I was able to get rid of those two... I think I'd be close enough to be able to actually cover the bit that's needed to be covered by that Roboport. I don't think that there is close enough. If I drop you there, are you close enough? Oh! That one is... Right, okay, we've done it. That's everything covered now. I don't need to worry about any more of them. We've got everything covered in there. I can make 2 more chests. Not that it's really going to be beneficial me putting down 2 more chests, but it'll help a little bit, I suppose. Then I want to go into here. I'll get rid of that bit. Don't need to worry about that anymore. We're going to go F4 in here. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to go Logistics Robots on map. There. That is the mess of robots that we've got at the moment. And that's not likely to change, because a lot of this is now going to be logistics bots carrying ore. Which means that this is how you get more bots in the air at once. Is doing things like this. Because they're slowing down an awful lot. And there's more of them running. So if we have that over a larger scale. Like if I was to do that over some of these down here. Then that's where we're going to be getting our robots in the air. That's where they're going to start hoiking themselves up into the sky. I'm going to switch that off now. We don't need to leave that running. I'm down to less than 20 frames a second on there. As soon as I get rid of that bit, jumps back up by 7 frames. Now, 7 frames is actually quite a considerable amount. That is a very reasonable amount, that is. I'll leave the rest of that. We'll just have to let that for other robots to come along. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go all the way back to the main base. And when I get to the main base, we're then going to focus on getting the rest of these chests and inserters built. The inserters are doing fine. They're actually slowly being put in. And we're getting there with the inserters, but the chests are not. They're not being built at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start manually building some of these And because I'll be right in the base, I'll be getting the materials brought to me pretty quickly, which means that we will sort of do a manual override on a lot of stuff that's happening in there and get that stuff happening a lot quicker, which is great. That's what we need. It's quite a considerable difference when you put the night vision back in. Realize just how dark it gets when you're running around. But yeah, I'm thinking that because we're not going for the trees anymore, we'll keep the night vision going, and possibly we could switch over to batteries at some point soon. I suspect that we're not going to be needing to worry about that in the slightest, because we're going to be hopefully finishing this up before too long. Right, we've got, if I can get these extra chests built up, and the rest of the things are now starting to catch up, we can have the factory really focusing on just building robots. And then once all the robots are done, once they've all been constructed, it's quite cool that we are now using our uranium ore in fairly large quantities. Once that's all been dealt with, we're moving on to our new series. In the new series, because it's a complete and full Bob's Angels run through, what that's going to mean is that we are going to be able to have access to all of the Bob's Angels things. And some of those things also include better quality roboports and faster things, but also a much bigger power armor suit. The bigger power armor suit is very cool. It allows you to put down a lot more items into your power armor, and so you can run around faster. There is a whole host of things that you can play with in the bigger suit. It's absolutely wonderful. It really is. It is truly wonderful to be able to use. Now, I'm going to stop right here for a minute. A lot of robots that were trying to catch up with me as we were racing up through, and they're no longer going to be able to fully catch up with me, although some of them are fairly close by the look of it. And spewing forth with a whole load of steel, and here comes the mining drills. Okay, they really didn't go very far, did they? Unless they hadn't yet been sent over to come and get me? That's a possibility. Because they're bringing me passive provider chests. They're actually physically bringing them to me. And my robots are rushing out and placing them down, aren't they? Oh, they're not. No. Oh, no, they're bringing me steel. I was looking at that. That's not my contents. I've got one on the way, but I can make these now. If I do that, I can make a whole load of them. My robots will start placing... This is what I wanted to do. I want to start being able to put these down. The stack inserters, we're going to need those being placed down as well. But like here, well, those stack inserters haven't been placed in. So I'll let the first round of those be constructed. And then what I'll do is I'll go here to the stack inserters. Be better, I think, if I have fast insert, because the fast inserter, that's the kind of the hold-up point on this. They'll have to make them first. If I make 5 of those, I got to make 5 of them before I can make 5 of those. So what I'll do is if I switch into here and I set my request, because I've got a yes, I do. I've got a request for 50 of them. I set a request for 50 fast inserters. 450 in storage on the way. Now I got 52. So there's a load of them about to be brought down over to me, and they're not going very far from where we are. They're being brought from this location. Where's the oddballs? There, the oddballs over here. They're being brought down from here. They may not even be being taken that far. They might be in long-term storage over this side. I might have a few stuck in here. Just where we transitioned, we moved everything round. There could very well be a few things. I haven't got much in here at all at the moment. A few factories there. There's some pumps, spare pumps in there. We've got tanks and... What is that? I don't even know what that is. What is that? It's that. Right. Oh, the fluid wagon. Ah, that looks a little bit... I want that fluid wagon. Right. Stuff is being brought. Stuff is being brought over. Where is my stuffs? There is the fast inserters. They're being brought down now. Here we go. A few of them I can see them on their way. They're coming in with the robots. There we go. Look, here's a few more of them. And I can use those now, the ones that are being brought in like that. Oops. Definitely don't want to do that. I don't want to be making anything. I don't want to be manufacturing electronic circuits or any nonsense like that. So I'll switch back. Oh, wait. I'll do 5 of them. Right. There's a few stack inserters being placed down. A few other bits being placed down. I've now got that one. Look, they're busy building, and they're building at a fairly reasonable rate. Well, that one is building, and that one up there is building. We've got more robots being constructed. That's the main thing. They're whizzing through those at a decent rate of knots. I got to wait for a few electronic circuits to turn up. We've got 388 on their way. We've just got to wait for them to actually get here. Fluid wagon. I want you to bring me a fluid wagon and also a few rails. So I will ask for a stack of rails, and I will ask for the fluid wagon as well. Because quite frankly, I don't recognize that image there. So I don't know if the actual fluid wagon itself has been changed. Because I don't think I've looked at trains in this latest expansion. So I've got 100 of those on their way, and I've got 5 fluid wagons are on their way as well. So that's a stack of each. Fan-schmastic. Here comes the electronic circuits. I can now start making a few other bits. 10 of these. Why only 10? Oh, it's because I need 15 electronic circuits for each of them. Right, do that. There. I'm also having to make a few... I'm only making 11 gear wheels there. That's not going to take too long to make. So I'll let those manufacture, and then we can go here into these passive provider chests. I can make more of them. Just keep an eye... Right, no, I don't want to make... that's only 2. I'll let those 2 be manufactured, because it doesn't take too long to make them. Now, where are my railways? There's the fluid wagon. Right, let's take that one out. That's the same as it was before. It doesn't rotate round. But that... No, it's not the same. That is different. That's an updated appearance. What about the other wagon? Has that changed? Cargo wagon right there, and locomotive. Bring the whole lot over, please, if you don't mind. I would like to have a look at all of these. Railways are still on their way. They're not here yet. I can get rid of the fluid wagon request, because I've now got all of those. We're going to need to plonk these down so that we can take a look. Oh, there comes the rails. Good. Right. Where are you in my bag? Oh, wait a minute. It's because I'm auto-trashing them. That's why. It confuses it. It confuses it terribly when I auto-trash things at the same time. So we'll put down a line of these right here so that we can have a look at the new graphics. That's all we want to do. Is we just want to see the new shiny things. Right. Put those there. Now, have I got my locomotives here? I'm auto-trashing them. And the locomotive. Stop auto-trashing everything. It would make life a lot easier if I didn't do that. Steel plate, I allow 500 steel plate on me, and I allow 400 advanced circuits. I'm going to get rid of the trashing of those. And those. That was where I was ripping a whole load of things out. That can now go, and then I've got the cargo wagons are here, and the locomotives are here. I've got rid of everything. Okay, let's put a locomotive on the track. That one is still the same as it was I didn't notice that before. Right, the skin over the top, like it removes the wheels altogether, and then you can plonk that one down. So, build a locomotive, getting on track. Right, we'd already had that, but that hasn't changed. That's how it was previously. So then I want to have a look at the cargo wagon. Is that... I don't know if that's different or not. You look at the difference between the green. I think that is different, actually. I like the way that we've now got opening and closing on the sides as well as on the top. That's new. That's different. I like that. And then the fluid wagon right there. That looks different too. Both of these do actually look different. That one doesn't look a lot different there, but these two do. These appear to have got some upgraded graphics. That's nice. I like that. I like that we've got upgraded graphics. Now I can get rid of that lot. You can be got rid of. You can be got rid of. Go and pick that up, and I will ditch all of it. 100 rails, locomotives, and all of there. So that can now be removed. Sent back to long-term storage. I will stand back here in the middle, and we will make some more of these. Let's get these chests made first. I make all of the chests that I can, and then as soon as I've made all the chests that I can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That is all of the chests that I can make. And then you in here, I can make a whole load of these as well. 100. If I go for 5 more of them, I'm going to have to make 75 of those. Alright. Cancel making them. Just have those 15 on there and don't make any more, and then we'll be absolutely fine. And I'm not going to need to worry about it. Got those in there. My bots are rushing. Well, they're going and putting down all these chests, but how far are you going? They're rushing over here. Don't keep going over there. Let's do one bit at a time, shall we? I'm just going to move down here. Right, just focus on one bit at a time. Instead of getting carried away with it, just focus on one bit at a time. I have got plenty more of these being made. Like, we're starting to push through more and more of these. This is great, except that... How are we doing? I got 150. Robot frames are good. Pipes are now good. We've caught up with pipes. Engine units, they should be... Yeah, engine units, they're great. Electric engine units are also good, although they're 25,000. Is that dropping? Little bit concerned that those numbers are coming down. We kind of want them to, like, just keep ticking over. That's the main thing. Is that I do really want them to be able to just keep ticking on through. Those don't matter so much, but the iron is still the big issue, and that is going to, along with those, yeah. That's going to be our major problem, isn't it? But that seems to be mostly down to iron. The plastic, well, what was plastic? Plastic's way up. That's not an issue. It's in here. It's keeping those running, keeping them being manufactured at a reasonable rate, and then keeping these being manufactured as well. We're catching up with those. They're almost on complete full storage on all of the chests for the engine units. Almost at complete full storage on a lot of the chests, but not all of them. But so long as they are sort of getting towards complete full storage on the chests, then that's all we need to concern ourselves with. And then if we go over this way, where did I put my electric engine units? This is why I need to do more labeling. There, right. Electric engine in there. And then this one is flying robot. Flying frame in there. Can I copy? Cancel, confirm, delete. Right, I can't copy it. I was hoping I could just copy the label. Make it a bit easier. Let's not be lazy. I can at least type out a couple of little bits. So we'll put a flying frame in there. With that one. That's it. So I'm now able to sort of keep up to date with these things a little bit. I can at least just go and track down the ones that I need to focus on. Batteries. How are we doing with batteries? That one's completely full in there. And that one's completely full. So it's only a couple of chests, really, that are doing anything with the batteries. So the numbers on those are not changing. We've got 500,000 batteries, and that's not going to be changing over at all. So we've got right here, battery, and that's going to cover both of those. That's oil up there. Nothing I need to worry about. Processing units in here. Put that in there. Oops. Come on. Processing in there. Sulfur, sulfuric acid. Still more frames. Lots of... that's the one that I was looking for right now. I've already done that one. Already got to mark that one out. How are we doing with you? 2 in that one. That one's 2,000. So some of these are full, but not all of them. kind of think I'm going to need another electric engine unit square. Now this, yeah, that one's a dead one. I don't need to worry about that because we don't use that anymore. The pipes, the engine units, we don't need to worry about them. You are plastic. Those are all the modules. So we don't need to worry about them. Modules. Should I be worrying about these? This is the thing. I mean, those are on a limited number, and then we go and we work our way up to these. These have actually stopped production. We're not making any more of them. So all we're waiting on now with the modules is just the lower numbers to be manufactured. These here, they're all being used up and being put into this lot, which are being used up and being put into this lot, and those have now finished. But they're still filling up the chests, so we've got just a few more filters that need to fill up those before it'll fill that one up and then fill that one up. So this is where we're still draining out some of our red and green circuits. But they're filling back to the numbers that we've got these circuits set on. So I don't think that is something that needs to concern us, and it's the same with these. We've done that with the speed modules as well. Let's go and have a look at modules in general. See, I got 2,000 of those, 1,100 productivity modules. And then the lower level ones, I've actually got none. I've got no spare lower level modules. But the kind of positive thing about it is those are finished. I haven't got any more anywhere, have I? Speed modules, we did more of those than I did with the others, because we were... Well, we use those in manufacturing, don't we? But I'm pretty sure we actually use productivity modules as well. But there only seems to be one higher level of these. What are you exactly? Let me copy that one. Just that one on its own, like that. And I'll go back over to here. And I'll run this way and I'll drop you down so that I can have a look at you. You're set to 2,000. You're set to 2,000 speed. Oh, wait. No, I have got that on 2,000, haven't I? Oh, wait a minute. I copied that from productivity, didn't I? I copied that from... No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Productivity modules are set on speed modules. If I use a speed module, they work. If I don't use a speed module, they don't do anything. I mean, not that it's going to really matter. We can just leave it going as it is at the moment. But that's a interesting little error that I've now literally only just picked up on. That could ultimately end up proving to be a little bit of an issue for us. At the moment, I don't think it's going to be. But it could end up being a problem at some point in the future. I think. Probably not. Not with what we're doing. We can always go back through and change that, because that means we're going to have a massive demand for all of those items to be brought through. And I guess, really, what I want to do right now is cease operations on those, because I've got everything that I need on the higher levels of them. So we will do one more switch on this. We'll go back to that one. And I will do that. So all of the modules. Those modules there, we don't need to do anything to them. But the lower level modules, we are going to shut these all down. Yes, the requester chests are still going to need to be filled back up again. But other than that, they're all shutting down. So you are shutting down. Like that. It's level 2. We'll have to go... When we put the... This is going to take a little bit longer to put these back online again, because we're going to have to program back the limits into them again. It won't take all that long, but it will take a little bit of time just to program those limits back in. So the max level ones, they can stay. That's fine. That's fine. Max level ones stay. You've already been cleared out, so we're just waiting for the last of those. This was the biggest drain, I think, on the entire system for all of the circuits. Advanced and plain greens. So we've got standard circuits being removed there, and we've got the others being removed over here. There are no more squares of those in production as far as I can see. We will be able to put those back online when we put everything else back online once we get our robots dealt with. That means those should now start to build up again. That's good. Right, and down here. This lot in here. These are full, so yeah, I didn't need to worry about them. And it's the same with the railways. They're all full as well. I've got no worries about them. Those will need to be reactivated, as will these. No, those are okay. Right. I'm shutting down large areas of this factory. There's very, very large areas being shut down in order to be able to make all of this work. Having a look down this side, we're still waiting on a few chests to be built. Most of what our problem is now is... Well, it's not a problem, actually. It's kind of what we want. We want robots just kind of hanging around, not doing a great deal, because that means that they're in the air. As long as they're flying, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they've got purpose in their lives. It matters not if their lives are empty and devoid of all purpose, so long as they are doing. We do not care about purpose. We do not care about job satisfaction. We care about none of it. We are heartless and cruel. In the extreme. All we care... Wow. Ha ha ha! Of course! I've just gone and lifted all of those. We have the answer to our prayers being brought over right now. Let's go and throw down a whole load more of them. That's more like it. Now bring me a boatload more steel in a minute. All of these are going to go out, and that means I've got those now able to start manufacturing at a redonkulous rate of knots. 150,000. We've just gone past 300,000 robots now. And with all of these working, once I've got all of these completely working on these 3 squares here, then we can focus on maybe getting even more squares up and running. We will cease operations on those once I've got all the robots up, and I can start chaining those out into the different roboports. And then we go back through and we start actually getting them flying, and that's going to be the biggest challenge. It's going to be fun, though. It is definitely going to be fun, and it's going to be a massive, massive drain on everything we do, because we're going to be moving from 156,000 robots, and we did reach about 190, didn't we? No, was it quite that many? Something like that. And we fished a whole load of them out of the system, and they're all going to be going back into the system again. I have definitely got rid of all the trees. Yes, I have got rid of all the trees over here. Do I want to start getting rid of some more? So, like, we got stone over here. I've got these patches of stone. We could do some work with them. So if I was to just pull in another round of this, for example, like that, dump that lot in there. It's 34,000 trees being removed. That's not a big overkill for the robots that we've got. They're actually going to be able to cope with that, and we'll... Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Undo decon... I love undo deconstruct. Right, do that. Did I accidentally deconstruct everything down here or not? Really hoping I didn't. It doesn't appear so. Right, that's good. Okay, I can breathe again. It was only those, and I was able to undo deconstruct on there, which made it even better and more wonderful than it was at the moment. There's the last few in here. I still, yeah, we need more of them made. I need more of them made, but look at this. Look how quickly we're throwing stuff in here, and with all of those other bits shut down, how quickly are we going to notice circuits building back up again? I suspect it's going to be, obviously it's not at the moment, but I suspect that is going to be turning around pretty quickly, because that was one of our biggest drains. Steel is still a problem, though. And because steel is still a problem, it means that iron is also going to be a problem. I got another 50 there that I can make. So I will make all 50 of them. Like that. We will keep these going. We will keep... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.